Hey guys, so I always see people talking about on social media like how do people travel all the time, and I've actually gotten some questions about how I got to travel the country this summer for free. So basically, I had the plan. I always make a plan and it happens, but in a completely different way that I was not expecting at all, and that happens every time I think I'm going to do something and it just turns out to be even better than I ever thought it could be. But so I had the idea originally when I started college. I was going to study psychology, and then my last semester, December 2016, is when I learned about veganism and I wanted to study nutrition and dietetics. I was like, okay, I want to move either to Colorado or California and get my degree in that and be a dietetic and basically be like a nutrition coach for people suffering from type 2 diabetes. In the summer of last year, I took a trip by myself to Denver just to see how it was, and I really liked it. But I was just thinking about the snow. I lived in Florida my whole life. I still have, to this point, I've never seen snow. And I was just like, I'm kind of nervous about that. And like, I grew up by the beach. So I'm like, I think I would want to be near the beach. So I was like, fuck it. It's more expensive in California, but fuck it. Like, that's what I want to do. So I was like, okay, in August of 2018, I want to be in California and I want to go back to school and finish my degree and just live my life. And I just knew like I never wanted to stay in Florida or Orlando in general. I'm just a little nomad. I am in love with Denver and I don't think I'm ever gonna leave. Anyways, the plan changed once yet again. Then I met my boyfriend in January of this year, and in March we decided that by August 2018 we wanted to be ready and like we wanted to make our own independent sources of income through different freelance ways, because we're both freelance artists, and we wanted to travel the country and share our music, and we got to do that, but like in a different way. We were planning on saving up and already having the money by August to just do it and not have to work. And then he got a job in April that paid for his living, and then 2 weeks later I got to come and we were there. And then the job was kind of scamming people, so we started to take Postmates more seriously. But that's basically just the backstory, and this is how I got to travel for free. So that's just my backstory, but if you want to travel for free, this is the process I suggest that you go ahead and start doing. One, you need to get a car that is good on gas and has like not too many, like doesn't have any problems with it and doesn't have too many miles. It depends, like if it's a Honda or Toyota, make sure it's, you know, if it's about 150,000, it's good to go as long as everything's running correctly. Have a car and finish paying it off. That is if you have a lease on it. If you don't have a lease, you don't have a car, get a good car and save up money and pay cash, and you don't have a car payment. You want to basically have nothing. Basically, before you leave, you don't want to have anything that you don't absolutely need, because the easiest way to do this is to make everything you own fit in your car. I have a Honda Civic, so me and my boyfriend fit everything we own together in our Honda Civic, and it's crazy and it's so cool to say that. And this is only if you're like traveling and then you want to find a place to settle down. Like if you want to stay somewhere, like if you want to stay in the same place that you're at, just have a place to put your stuff. But if you don't, you're just gonna have to sell everything and rebuy it, and it's not that big of a deal. If you want to travel the way we did and try and find a place to relocate, this is like the best way to do it. Another tip is to have at least $2,000 in savings. Like, it can have a major problem and you'll still have emergency money to be able to pay for that, and not be like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do, because my car is like my source of income now. So you have to make sure to have an emergency fund and keep it up to date. Like, as soon as you use it and get your car fixed, go make that money back like ASAP Rocky. You need to also sell and donate most of your clothes. It depends how big your car is, but if you have a good economy car that's good on gas, you really shouldn't have more than 4 suitcases maximum per car. And then for the rest, you can use trash bags because they're more like flexible in going into cars. You know, you also have to think you're gonna want to have some kitchen supplies. Like, we fit all of our kitchen stuff in one grocery tote bag. Plates, silverware, so we only had 2 plates, 2 bowls, silverware, 4 cups, measuring cups. We have a blender in a box, a skillet, a pot, French press, like the basic things. We had all like our bathroom stuff in one box and blankets in one box. And you just sell and donate most of your clothes and most of your furniture. Like, keep your regular job before you leave, before your lease is up. Like, plan it accordingly. Or if you do have a good like city that is good for Postmates, go ahead and sign up for Postmates or any ride sharing apps that you want to do. But I also have a 2-door car, so you can only deliver things. Like, you can't pick people up in Uber or Lyft and drive people places if you have a 2-door car. It also depends on the year. If your car is too old, you can't use it, so you have to take all of that into consideration. What I did, what was the easiest way, the cheapest way to find places to live every month and a half, we're in a new city. The best way to do this was to get a sublease. You can find so many subleases on Facebook Marketplace, which is where I found our apartment for Chicago. There's also Craigslist. I think one week we had to just like chill in a hotel. It was like $200 a week, but whatever. Like, you don't need that much space. You do need like a kitchenette, which would be nice if you like eat at home. We cook almost all of our meals, so that was kind of important to us because we like to be healthy, but if you just eat out, then it doesn't even matter. And then you can make a plan for all the different cities you want to go to, or you don't really have to, as long as you find a new sublease in a new city 2 to 3 weeks before your current sublease is up. Every city, like, you just get a new place, and that's pretty much what we did. And so you don't really have to make a plan. We made one and didn't follow it whatsoever, and just kind of got what we saw and thought was cool and what we wanted. And it was really fun. And honestly, it was the best summer I've ever had. And I hope everyone gets to do this one day who wants to travel and see the world. It really humbles you and makes you more of who you're supposed to be, the more cultures and the more different types of people you're exposed to. And it also just raises like your awareness for like different parts of the world. So yeah, if you do want to travel for free or while making money, you will be working like a regular job, but also with this job you get to see the whole city and you get to find foods that you've never tried. With Postmates, I just really liked working for them. None of this traveling would be possible without Postmates. I'm not sponsored, but it is great, and I do have a referral code and a video link. But yeah, I do have another video on the pros and cons to working for Postmates, and I will link it down below. Thank you so much for watching.